Good morning. This is the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Friday, July 12th. On the impact map, we are watching the onset of a significant dry lightning event pushing into southern areas today on top of record heat that's been with us now for 8, 9, 10 days across much of the Great Basin. And we also have windy conditions to go along with those dry conditions up in Idaho today, in a smaller area tomorrow, to keep that in mind. But we'll be watching the lightning today get edging into our southern areas and up into the high Sierra today, and then expanding in aerial coverage on Saturday and Sunday, traversing eastwards. The only change in our computer models is that the far northward push seems to be suppressed, at least in Idaho, in most of Idaho, but into far eastern Idaho and western Wyoming, we still do expect to see by Sunday or into Monday some dry lightning affecting a large portion of our geographic area. No lightning yesterday and really no precipitation. A lot of this is radar estimated from high clouds and some virga that really did not reach the ground. New fire starts in the red, recent fires in the yellow. New fire start up in the northern Sawtooth Mountains that we're watching, but otherwise some large fires ongoing. It's been bone dry, not just the past week, but for most areas the past 2 weeks. ERCs reflect that. Record or near record ERCs in the purple beyond the 97th percentile, covering more than half the map. The reds are anywhere from the 90th to the 97th percentile, and there are some islands that received heavy precip maybe a month ago in the heavier fuels, like up here in the Boise National Forest. They're still hanging tough and maybe not as critical, but those are localized areas. We see the area of very low 100-hour fuels, so 5% or lower, expanding in coverage from south to north. Otherwise, everyone else is pretty much in the single digits. For this reason and others, we have issued a fuels and fire behavior advisory for a good portion of the southern part of our geographic area where fuels are the driest, also combined with some good carryover fuels from the previous year or some good fine fuel growth. So again, these are posted on our website. Now look at the map later today. On the upper level map, this little moisture blob here pushing northwards, this is the leading edge of that lightning. Pay no attention to this border here, please. But this area in the black, anywhere here, moisture is deep, just deep enough for maybe some high base thunderstorms. Not that much rain, but definitely some lightning. We've issued lightning high risk for down south here for now. We'll see if it gets in the Sierra. Some indications are that it will. The wind gusts, you can see them up here in Idaho, a wide area of 25 to 30 mile-an-hour wind gusts up here. This will affect some of that fire activity in the northern Sawtooth, but again, low humidity in all areas. Precipitation just in our far southern areas here, maybe reaching up into the Dixie National Forest. We'll see. Otherwise, starting to creep up the southern Sierra. Now, for tomorrow, this area in black covers a bigger portion of the area. You can see that our lightning high risk expands in coverage. Also, wind high risk up north as well, because the wind's still quite gusty up in the central Idaho mountains. See the low humidity there? You can see the precipitation covering a wider area, but very light. These gray shades are just a 100th of an inch, 500ths of an inch. A few wetter cores over the highest peaks, but by and large, not a wetting rain for most areas. Now, as we go into Sunday, this area in the black here, anywhere here we could still see some convection, but there's a very strong dry wedge of air across northern and central Idaho. It's blocking that northward progression. Right now, we feel the best chances for lightning on Sunday will be southwest Idaho, maybe the southern half of this area, and maybe hitting the orographically enhanced southern Sawtooth. But the models are really having a tough time pushing it further north at this time. You can see the wind field here. A lot of this chaotic wind, these are these are outflow boundaries from thunderstorms or even virga, where rain doesn't reach the ground or lightning doesn't even occur. But you do notice the humidity starting to come up in all areas a little bit. No more single digits. We see a lot more humidity levels in the teens, even upper teens. This is the moisture, and this is where the computer model is saying that really it's just southwest Idaho, maybe the southern Sawtooth, maybe some areas further east that may have the best chance for the drier lightning. Otherwise, it'll be from there further south and possibly the central Idaho mountains getting spared. High temperatures today, again, record heat in all areas, with the cloud cover cooling off figuratively, only 100 in the Salt Lake City area compared to 104, but still 102 in Boise. So we go from very hot to just hot. The 3-day precipitation forecast from the National Weather Service, again, their estimates are that there may not be any thunderstorms that get into Idaho. So it's a tough forecast. Some models predict it further north, some further south. The deep monsoon stays along and south of the Mogollon Rim. And then on Mondays, there'll be some leftover thunderstorms starting to move out in our northern areas. We have high risk for western Wyoming and also the Uinta Basin as the moisture starts to exit. And the trend will be, as we go into the week, drier air pushes in along with the return of near record heat. That's a bad news situation for holdovers as we get into Wednesday and Thursday next week. The precipitation totals over the past 7 days, again, most of it in the next 3 days. And the 8 to 14 day continues the very hot temperature prognosis. There's a large area of above normal precipitation, still uncertainty here, probably a better certainty with the above normal down south through here, but the northward and westward progression is still something that's being monitored. This concludes our briefing. Have a great day.